Attorney General's office confirms it's keeping an eye on the case involving $100 million missing from a special needs trust fund company in St. Pete. This is a story we have been following for several weeks. The founder of the Center for Special Needs Trust Administration is accused of taking the money through unapproved loans, impacting more than 1,000 disabled clients. Well, tonight, Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer heard from a family who says they lost nearly $1 million and is now representing other families in the center's federal bankruptcy case. So, Aaron, you broke this story last month. What is this family telling you now?
It's another heartbreaking story, Allie. They're just stunned that their daughter's money is completely gone. Her mother says she won't rest until someone is held accountable.
Jordan, and she was born 19 weeks premature.
Carol Mulholland always knew life for her daughter Jordan wouldn't be easy. But Jordan meets every challenge with a brave smile.
She loves to be the center of attention. She wants all the attention on her at all times.
Carol says improper treatment by a doctor at birth left Jordan with cerebral palsy, seizures, and developmental delays. The family filed a lawsuit in 2002 and eventually settled out of court. But it took 20 years to receive any payments. When that finally happened in 2022, Carol deposited more than $1 million into the Center for Special Needs Trust Administration in St. Pete for safekeeping. The funds are meant for in-home care, treatments, and other necessities for Jordan's entire life.
Medical supplies and equipment, wheelchair ramps, in your house.
But it turns out Jordan's money wasn't safe at all.
Our daughter's special needs trust wasn't significantly funded until 2022. And then in less than 2 years was completely drained.
Carol says there should have been more than $936,000 still in the account. Instead, there's zero.
Didn't even leave her with a dime.
She was told the funds were among those misappropriated by the center's founder, Leo Gavoni. As we've reported, Gavoni is accused of taking $100 million in unapproved loans written to one of his companies, Boston Finance Group, that he hasn't paid back. The center filed for bankruptcy last month.
I'm disgusted. I'm ready to fight, whatever that looks like. We're ready to battle it out for the return of all the funds by any means necessary.
According to a class action lawsuit, the accounts of at least 1,500 families were either partially or fully drained. This week, a federal court appointed Carol to a committee of 5 families impacted by the bankruptcy.
My daughter lives with us and relies on us for every single thing every day of her life. And some of the beneficiaries of special needs trust don't have families or anyone else to support them. So what happens to them?
The Florida Attorney General's office confirms it's aware of the situation and says the appropriate agencies are investigating. Families, including Carol's, have contacted the FBI. So far, Gavoni hasn't responded to our many recent attempts to contact him. Carol is pushing for some kind of justice because she says it isn't just money her daughter lost.
That security was stolen from her. The ability to enhance her quality of life was taken from her.
And according to the bankruptcy filing, Gavoni took the money between 2009 and 2020. Carol is wondering why her daughter's funds were impacted 2 years after the alleged misappropriation took place. A spokesperson for the center says new leadership is continuing to investigate issues that arise, but doesn't have an answer about Jordan's trust at the moment. Meanwhile, as we reported last week, there is now a class action lawsuit filed against Gavoni, his company, and several business partners. Again, Gavoni has not responded to our calls, texts, or emails, but he has previously said that he disputes the allegations in the bankruptcy filings. Allie.
Well, hopefully these families get some answers soon. We know you'll stay on top of it, Aaron. Thanks.
That's so frustrating.